What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon, and today we're going to be giving you everything that you need to know about the upcoming Nike Dunk High, Football Gray, and Vast Gray, and how to cop them. All right, so first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. Now let's go ahead and start off with the basic info for this release before we move on. So both of these dunks are set to release on this upcoming Thursday, February 25th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And both of those are confirmed at that release date and time on the sneakers app, and then more sites that we will touch on here in a second. And the retail price will be $110 each for the adult sizing. And right now we only have kids sizes loaded in for the Vast Gray and none for the Football Gray. So that will be something to keep an eye on moving forward. But that kind of covers the release date and the time. So now let's take a closer look at the design and the reason for the hype on these. All right, so before we hit on the places and the sites that are dropping these and how to cop, first let's go ahead and take a look at the overall design and why you should be going for these shoes. So if you are new, thank you for stopping by to check us out. But if you have seen a few episodes, I will kind of start to sound a little bit like a broken record talking about why these are a hype shoe. So Nike Dunks, which recently did have a rise to fame in sneakers, are now profitable no matter what the colorway is. Now, some of that still will do better than others in the resale market depending on the colorway, but rest assured, all dunks will sell out on release day. So looking at the Football Gray, these are set to release in women's sizing, featuring a sail base overlaid with a muted type of blue there. And these are pretty clean, to say the least. A very simple yet still eye-catching colorway, in my opinion. And then looking at the Vast Gray dunks, which are set to release in men's sizing, these feature more of a pure white on the base of the shoe, and then what Nike is calling a Vast Gray that kind of covers the top. And both of these, I think are really smooth colorways. And feel free to let me know actually in the comments which one that you would prefer. But at the moment, time of this recording, I'm kind of leaning towards the Football Gray right now. But, that's kind of it for the design and the hype on these shoes. So now I'll go ahead and let Chase take over, and he can break down the sites releasing these shoes, what the market looks like for them, and your best chance to cop a pair.
All right, let's look at the site list on where these dunks are dropping and at what time. So at the time of this recording, it looks like the list of retailers is going to be pretty slim. So starting off at 10 a.m. Eastern time, you have the Nike sneakers app for both colorways, Snipes, but they're only going to be dropping the Vast Gray colorway, Jimmy Jazz, which already released them early, so they might re-release. We'll have to just check on that. And Social Status, which is scheduled to be a draw or a raffle. Now, in the past, there have been other retailers that have gotten dunk highs, so we're going to leave a list of the unconfirmed sites in the description for you to check out. Moving on to the resale, let's look at the average sale prices of the third-party marketplaces of StockX, GOAT, eBay, and Flight Club. Now, as a disclaimer, the prices are inflated because these dunks are currently unreleased, but because prices fluctuate, we're going to leave the links in the description for you guys to check out the marketplaces for yourselves closer to the release date. But starting off with the Vast Gray colorway, StockX is at an average selling price of $200, GOAT's at $205, eBay sitting at $215, and Flight Club's at $220. Moving on to the Football Gray colorway, StockX is at an average selling price of $255, GOAT's at $265, eBay's at $220, and Flight Club's at $270. As for the rumored stock numbers, there hasn't been anything concrete, but when it comes down to dunk highs in general, they are more limited than a typical Jordan. To back that up, you can reference the amount of retailers that have confirmed these dunks and previous drops of, let's say, a Jordan 1. Now, that's all I have for stock, so let's move on to the resale prediction. Now, taking everything into account, my resale prediction for the Vast Gray colorway is going to be $180 to $200, and for the Football Gray, my prediction is $220 to $240. Now, that's going to net you a profit between $50 and $70 for the Vast Gray and $90 to $120 for the Football Gray. And that all depends on which size you cop, what colorway, and where you sell. Because there isn't many sites that are dropping these colorways, my only recommendation for sites is to make sure you enter in the Nike sneakers app. Now, as a tip, make sure you visit the app before the drop and you click that notify me button so you don't miss that 10 a.m. drop time. So moving on, should you hold or sell either one of these colorways? Before I give my opinion, I'm going to assume that the hold duration that you're going to be holding for is more than 6 months. With that in mind, both these colorways I recommend on selling. This is simply because these dunks do not include a collab tab, and typically dunk highs value tend to grow at a slower rate compared to a dunk low or even a Jordan 1.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for episode 11 of how to cop the Nike Dunk High Football Gray and Vast Gray. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. For more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything that we do, feel free to go ahead and click the link in our bio and check that out.
Also, feel free to comment and interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode, peace.